life's treating you well. My name is Faye and today we are going to be making Bhindi, which in English is okra. This is a dish I love to eat in the spring and summertime. It's very refreshing and there's lots of textures from the ingredients we'll be using today. It is the middle of January, but we're not going to let that worry us. We're going to put the heating up, let the sun shine, stay indoors and imagine a nice summer's day with some Bhindi. So hope you enjoy this video. Today's ingredients are 100 grams of fresh Bhindi or okra. We'll be using 3 tomatoes, about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, 1 brown medium-sized onion. We've got 3 green chillies, 3 or 4 green chillies. Today's spices are a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin seeds, 1/2 teaspoon of chilli flakes, 1/4 teaspoon of Nigella seeds or black onion seeds, 1/2 teaspoon of red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of coriander powder.
Assalamu alaikum, hope you're all doing well. Today we are preparing Bhindi, which is one of my favorite dishes, and we'll show you how it's prepared. It's very easy, it's prepared very quickly, and I think around summertime and springtime it's a very nice dish to have. I just love this dish. So let's begin with our cooking for today. So you're doing okra, Faye?
Yeah.
Maybe explain to them how.
Okay. So we're just preparing the vegetables. So I'm using fresh okra, and I am then going to take the top off. Just like so. Split it in half. You get 2 pieces, and then just cut down one side, not enough to split it into 2, just to kind of open it, so it should look like this in the middle. So just still whole, but it's just it will just give it some heat and stuff to get in to be able to cook it. You want to prepare this first because we need to cook the okra first, so I am getting on with that.
I'm doing onions.
Onions, okay.
So the onions for Bhindi, they're not to be chopped very fine. It's nice to enjoy a little crunch from the onions when we're eating Bhindi. For that reason, we don't even fry them too much, so we leave that crunch. I'll show you how I'll do it today.
It's quite nice, this one, because you've got all the textures of the vegetables. You don't fry them so that they become really soft and masala-y like we do a lot of our cooking. This one is very fresh, that's why it's very popular in the spring and summer. Yeah, should be nice. The sun is actually shining today as well, so we can pretend it's the middle of June.
It is nice inside the house anyways.
Yeah. So I'm nearly done, so I'm going to just get the oil in a minute. There we go. And heat that. So I'm just going to heat the pan, and just enough oil to cover the bottom. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll just show you. So if you see, onion is slightly chunky pieces. So this is how we slice it for Bhindi. The idea is just to leave some crunch.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, love. There we go. So while the oil's heating, I'll just clear this up a bit. And I'll probably start preparing the garlic next.
Okay, the pan is hot now, so we don't start with onions for Bhindi, we start with cumin seeds, which is zira. So Zira literally takes 10-15 seconds. You just need to wait until it sizzles. The moment that happens, add onions to it.
You can smell that already, can't you?
It's a very nice smell, and I think it's already starting to sizzle.
Sometimes they pop a bit, don't they?
Yeah, if you over fry them.
Okay. So before that happens, add your onions.
Okay, it's very aromatic and sizzling, so I'm going to add onions to it. Okay, if you have a look, onions have nicely, cumin seeds are nicely coated around onions. Once that happens, they won't get burnt because there is water content in onions, so it'll keep the cumin seeds from burning. So while the onions are getting done, I'm just going to use a saucepan to fry okra separately. So it's deep frying, so I'll be using lots of oil. So the oil is heating up for the okra to go in. In the meantime, Faye is going to show you how to cut tomatoes for this. Tomatoes would be similar sized to onions.
Okay. So I'm just taking the little bit in the middle out. So you kind of want to cut them into chunky slices. So I'm just going to prepare that now with all of them.
I'm just going to put the kettle on.
Okay.
You can have some tea, and we'll have some water for okra as well.
In terms of the garlic, I've literally just taken the skin off, and they're going to be going in whole. So you don't need to cut them, you don't need to grind them in a pestle and mortar, make a paste. They are literally just going in as they are. So just remove the skin, and that's that easily done.
Maybe you can add cloves of garlic in now.
Yeah.
So the onions, they haven't gone golden yet. They're still crunchy, but I've added cloves of garlic in because these are whole cloves, so I would like them to get a little fried as well. Okay, oil in the pan is hot for okra, so I'll add okra to that pan. The idea is to fry them separately. What that does is it prevents okra from breaking when it's being prepared with onions and tomatoes, and they get cooked very easily, and the sliminess is not there as well once you fry it separately.
Just preparing the green chillies.
So you've already done tomatoes?
Yeah. I'm going to wash my hands now so that I don't accidentally rub my eye.
So if you see, this is how okra is getting fried separately. It takes about, I would say, 8 to 10 minutes. What you're looking for is the color to change to slight brown around the edges, and that's an indication that, you know, it's fried enough for it to go with onions and tomatoes. So what I do is I add okra at temperature which is slightly higher. That prevents okra from absorbing all the oil, and once it's fried and you drain it and take it out, it has absorbed the least amount of oil. Okay, while okra is frying, our onions are almost ready. There's still a crunch to them because these are chunky pieces of onion. The cloves of garlic slightly fried as well. So at this stage, I'll start adding spices to the pan. So red chilli flakes. That cannot be green. You can use Kashmiri red chilli flakes or hot red chilli flakes, whichever are available. Kashmiri red chilli flakes are less spicy, more colorful. I like the color they add to the dish. And then red chilli powder. It's even less than 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric that I'm adding. And coriander powder. So the only two spices left now, actually not spices, one is Nigella seeds and salt. So Nigella seed I'll add just 10 seconds before adding a splash of water, and salt would be later once we're near the completion. So I'll give it a quick stir fry for 10-15 seconds, and then I'll add a splash of water. That will prepare the masala base for the tomatoes and okra later to go in. So splash of water. So it's a smell of red chili powder, which I find very nice, but can make some people cough. It's a very nice masala paste which has formed. I'll add tomatoes to this paste now. I think okra is done as well. Let me just have a quick look. Yes, the edges are slightly brown. If you see, the edges have turned slightly brown, but it's not over fried. So at this stage I can transfer it to the main pan. I'm just taking okra out. If you see, they look very dry. They haven't absorbed much oil because it was at a good temperature. Okay, I'm going to add Nigella seeds now. They bring a beautiful color and flavor to this dish. Most people don't use Nigella seeds, but I think they go very nice. and I'll add green chilies as well. I want overall everything to be slightly more cooked. So what I'll do is I'll add a splash of water, turn the heating down to low and cover it for about 5 minutes. Okay, so lid is going on for 5 minutes and temperature to low. Let's wait.
It's now 2 to 3 minutes later and the lid's been on, so I'm going to just give it a check. Ooh, that is a nice smell. Oh my goodness. Right. It's nice actually. All the vegetables are going a little bit more soft, which is nice, but they're still in that form. So that means it's going to be really nice to eat. I'm just going to add the salt now. So that's the 1 teaspoon going in, and I'm going to mix it all together. So now I've added the salt, lid's going on again. Should do. So I want to tell you about what that smell reminds me of. Because about last summer I really got into this dish. And I remember in like a spring morning or a summer morning when it's nice and warm and there's like dew on the grass, we had this nice table and chairs outside and we used to eat this with paratha, and it just brings me back to that garden, that smell. I love this dish so much, so for me this got nice happy memories. But if you're not a big okra lover, Bhindi lover, it's not everybody's taste with that sliminess. It's not something I actually ate a lot of growing up. But since Amir told me about how to cook it with a deep frying technique, it loses that stickiness, and you can really appreciate the okra. So I would recommend, if you are a bit put off by it, at least try it this way, because it's a really nice vegetable, and actually I love eating this in the summer particularly. So I would recommend that to you. It's definitely changed my view on okra. So it's been 5 minutes now. I'm just going to have another little check. That looks pretty good to me. So what I'll do is I'll just reduce the water a little bit. So I'm just going to leave the lid off and cook it for maybe a further 2 minutes, just so that it reduces a bit and becomes slightly thicker. But that looks very much ready to me. So I'm getting excited now. So after the further 2 minutes, the water has reduced nicely. You can see the oil has now separated here. So this is finished. This looks really nice. I can't express the smell of this dish. I'm so excited to try. So I'm going to just transfer it into a bowl and I'll let you know how it tastes.
So excited to try okra. You have been craving okra for quite a few days now.
I am so excited to try this. Yeah, the smell is just bringing me back to, like I said, the memories in the garden, and I don't know why I stopped eating it even in the winter, so this is now going to be one of my favourites, I think. And some paratha. I just prepared it with paratha to try it with. Do you want to bring some?
Yeah, let's try it. So if you guys would like to have a look, it looks very, very nice.
If you blink, it might be all gone in a minute.
Good, you better try first then.
So excited for this.
That was not a very rich bite. See how I do it?
That was a delicious bite. Oh my god. Wow.
This is how
I need more.
you should taste. Do tasting of okra.
This is delicious.
So.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
I've got so many onions, clove of garlic, okra, chili, everything in there.
Cool.
So that's a proper bite.
That is. That's so nice.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, so good.
Just love it.
Please
Can I
try
have some
this.
okra?
Please try this. You've got to try this. This is so nice, so easy, so simple, very delicious. I don't think we're moving for a while until this bowl's completely empty. So we really hope that you enjoyed this video. We've enjoyed making this video and eating this food. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. And we hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now. I want this bite. Oh my god.